Hello there. Hi. Been a little bit. I apologize for that. Though, I mean, this is why I said that's kind of a podcast I do whenever I feel like it. I did manage to do a whole bunch right at the start, so I'd have a little bit of build up, but then I messed up. Anyways, anybody new, this is episode 10 of the podcast. I know this because I just checked last night, and the podcast episode I did last, I accidentally mislabeled as episode 8. So for like 6 months or 5 months, whatever, for like half a year, it's been sitting there listed as episode 8. I've had 2 episode 8s. And I just noticed it and just fixed it. But yeah, this is episode 10. Second of the year in June now. I will say things are going to be picking up this summer, hopefully, because I do have a few things that are actually planned. If you're curious, life just got busy, and I got distracted with other things. Like, for example, I watched the entirety of the James Bond filmography for the very first time in February, like one a day. It was honestly kind of cool. But, yeah, I got busy, I got distracted with other things I wanted to do. And I also just wasn't really feeling, not feeling Star Wars, but just not feeling it, if that makes sense. Like, not feeling up to recording. Like, I actually originally had some strong plans for, like, a countdown to The Mandalorian and Grogu. But I didn't do them. I just wasn't feeling it. And I think part of the problem is Disney wasn't really helping me feel it. All right, I'm getting right into it right now. You know what? No, before I get into it fully, let me just try to catch up on some things that we missed. I'm not really aware of any. I'm not aware of any comics that I really care about that have been coming out. Except for the Jar Jar one shot, I read that. That was fun. Okay. Games, where we got more confirmation about Galactic Racer. Still looking good. Oh! What is that new one? What is that one called? Something Zero. It's like... I really wish I could... Hang on. Once again, it's another time where I'm Googling during a podcast recording. Zero Company. I knew it was something. Zero was zero something, not something zero. But all right, yeah, Zero Company. I saw the latest trailer for that, and apparently it's like an XCOM game. I didn't realize that. I like XCOM. I'm not good at it. I don't play it much, but I like it, and I'm totally willing to try a Star Wars XCOM. It looks like it's set during the Clone Wars. Okay, I'm actually kind of excited for that. When I first heard about Zero Company, I misunderstood, or it was reported wrong or something. I don't know. I thought it was a multiplayer-focused game. But it's not, apparently, from what it looks like. It looks like it is an XCOM game. Sign me up. I'm actually excited for that now, which makes me happy. I like to be excited for a Star Wars game. As for the TV shows, well... all that we have is Maul, and I have not watched it yet. I feel bad about it, but I don't have Disney Plus currently. Probably won't for a while. I don't feel comfortable sailing the high seas so quickly. So, yeah, it might be a little bit to actually watch that, but that leads us to the other thing, of course. The thing that we're here to talk about, that's in the title of the episode. The Mandalorian and Grogu. Alright. So, I watched it essentially day one. Okay, day one for me. I watched it on the Friday there. Yeah, it was the Friday, because that was the Friday I had off. I didn't take off a day to see it first thing or anything. It wasn't... No, I just... First day I had off, I went and saw it immediately. I saw it with my brother and I saw it with my nephew. We had a great time. And I didn't want to I didn't want to do the review right away. I wanted to wait until after I watched it a second time. Because when it comes to me and Star Wars, I can't trust my first opinion, usually. Generally, yes, but every single time I watch a Star Wars movie, even one I end up not liking, I like it initially. So I wanted to kind of give it, time to settle, watch it a second time, but it's looking like I'm not going to be able to see it a second time in theaters, which is sad for me, but, it is what it is. There's a lot of movies coming out. You see He-Man? I just saw He-Man. He-Man's amazing. That was a great movie. Or Masters of the Universe, whatever. Anyways, though, let's get into my main issue of The Mandalorian and Grogu. And that is that Disney has treated it like crap. Was there any marketing for it? I mean, I guess technically there was. They did that Super Bowl spot, which was a bad move because we were actually waiting for a real trailer. Oh, they treated it so badly in all the marketing. I don't even know if there's toys. I haven't had a chance to go and look at this at the store. I'm assuming there is, but nothing I've really heard about. It's so weird. It is so weird. It's like Disney just kind of was like, all right, let's let this out to die, and then, we're going to put our focus on the next movie, Starfighter, next year, because that's the one we actually believe in. If I had to guess, I would say that The Mandalorian and Grogu made perfect sense when it was first greenlit a few years ago. Now, it's kind of like, oh, crap, wait. The Baby Yoda phenomena has kind of run its course a bit. And yeah, it kind of has. It doesn't help that The Mandalorian Season 3, while I still like it, not nearly as strong as Season 1 and 2. So from diehard fans, they were already kind of like, going in. The regular audience, general audiences were just kind of like sick of Baby Yoda by this point, I guess. Even though, Grogu is a legit great character. I love the little guy. I got a little stuffy of him over here on my couch. But honestly, it just made me depressed. I was so depressed leading up to Mandalorian and Grogu coming out because there just was no marketing. And when there was, it was crap. I mean, they did do a tie-in with Burger King, which, I'll be blunt, a tie-in with Burger King is never a good sign. I'm sorry, Burger King. I like your chicken fries. Yeah, that was not a good sign of things to come. And then the movie came out, and it actually did better at launch than some people were expecting, but then it had an immediate drop-off, like an insane drop-off. I believe, if I had to guess, I think the movie is gonna... I haven't checked the things because it gets depressing to me. I think the movie is gonna make even, or just about make even, but it's not gonna make much of a profit, if any. And that's very sad to me. Very, very sad. I mean, Solo also did not do well. It definitely lost money. But at the very least, that one had kind of an excuse of, we spent way too much money making it twice, essentially. That's a whole thing with Solo I should talk about sometime. But what really hurt more than just the fact that, the movie's not doing well, is all of the online reviews and videos that I wasn't really watching, but I was seeing the recommended to me because I'm a Star Wars fan. So many people just oh, awful, soulless movie. Star Wars is dead. I'm done with Star Wars. And it was depressing. It made me depressed. And it further made me not want to make this video for a bit, just because I didn't want to think about it. Why are people so negative? I don't get it. Why? Like, it's one. I understand. I'm not saying like, oh, if you didn't like this movie, you should lie. No, it's just, why are people so negative about it though? Like, it's one thing to be like, oh, I didn't like this movie, but to then be like, oh, this ruined Star Wars for me or whatever. And I just don't get it. I know so far this video has mostly just been being like, oh, I don't get it. Here's the thing. I do want Dingus to be as positive as I can here. I really do. Because I want there to be a bright spot in the Star Wars fandom. Because the Star Wars fandom is not the brightest. There seems to be a lot of people that like to go towards the dark side. And all that because, here's the thing. Again, I've only seen it one time, and I'm sure I'm not going to like it as much the second time, but yes, I did like The Mandalorian and Grogu. Quite a bit. I had a smile on my face the entire time. I was seeing Star Wars on the big screen again after... I almost said after 20 years. Well, no, technically not 20 years because... I almost counted it from the Revenge of the Sith. But no, there was a few movies. That were released after that. But I haven't seen a Star Wars movie on the big screen since 2019. And it was just so nice, after 7 years, to see it again. It's back. And it was The Mandalorian and Grogu. I love The Mandalorian. I love that series. I own the Steel books so that I can watch them even though I don't have Disney Plus. I don't really like much or any of the other live action series that much. Like, I do like Kenobi though, or Obi-Wan Kenobi, but I do think it's flawed and it would have been better as a movie. But you know, I like a lot of parts of it. Skeleton Crew, I haven't finished yet, but I do like it for what it is. Though, once again, I kind of feel like, oh, this probably should have been a movie. Ahsoka, I think, is just kind of too far up its own butt a little bit. At least season 1. It's just not what I wanted. Andor, I can't stand Andor. I'm sorry. I know Andor's the golden child everyone loves. It's not fun. It's dreary. I just... If I'm watching Star Wars, I want to watch something fun, you know? It's not for me. I respect Andor. It is not for me in the slightest. And then there's the Book of Boba Fett. Moving on. I really like The Mandalorian. And so I was excited for this movie. It's a Star Wars movie, so I'm excited for this movie. And then I watched it. And I loved it. Because it's The Mandalorian, and it's Star Wars, and it's fun. And that's the key thing here. It was a fun movie. I had a smile on my face the entire time. My nephew also. My brother a little bit less so, but he still enjoyed himself. He had fun. He was just more critical about it. And I think that's kind of the thing. I'm like, guys, everybody, stop treating this like it's a serious movie. This isn't episode 6.5. This is The Mandalorian plus Grogu. Like, it's what it says on the tin. You're gonna go watch an adventure of the Mandalorian, Din Djarin, with his son Grogu. That's what you're getting. And I think it's fun. I think it's great. I really wish more people were watching this. Of course, there's also a lot of really good movies out right now, and I'm not gonna lie here. I think Masters of the Universe was more fun than The Mandalorian. Like, I still had fun with it. Don't be wrong. I want to be clear. Masters of the Universe was really, really fun and funny. That was a really good movie. Though apparently that's underperforming too. So, you know, that just leads me to the other question of, do people just not want to have fun at the movies anymore? Does it always have to be like a serious thing? Why? What? Like, don't get me wrong. I love like serious movies or dramatic movies or, like, you know, having lore. You know, like, yes, I I love. I am just circling. I'm circling, and I'm starting to bring up things that don't matter. Okay, let's get back to the actual movie and my thoughts, and I guess a review, because that's essentially what this is. The Mandalorian and Grogu. It starts off with a not a title crawl, but it has a by the way, there is going to be spoilers. You already got my non-spoiler of it's fun, I love it, go see it, but whatever. You guys aren't seeing it anyway, so may as well listen to my review of it. The Mandalorian Grogu starts with a like in the middle of a mission that Din Djarin and Grogu are on as they capture an Imperial officer. And it's great. It's a lot of fun. And then it cuts to the title. There is also there's not a scroll, but there is kind of like in Solo where they had the text explaining what's going on, and there you go. So, anyways, there was the title, and then there were opening credits. 0 out of 10, awful. Okay, no, but I didn't like that. I don't like that. I did not like seeing opening credits in a Star Wars movie. No, no offense to the cast, but it's Star Wars. You wait until the end to see the credits. I don't need your name, Pedro. Maybe it's just changing times. It's just kind of how it's going to have to be now in order to avoid conflict with the unions again. Because when that's what happened originally was the unions were upset with George for doing that, so George just left the unions. Don't think that's going to happen now with Disney. But, whatever. Not important. The important thing is Din Djarin is given another mission. One that's a little odd, because it's not explicitly going after an Imperial, but it's helping the Hutt Syndicate, rescue Jabba's son, who hasn't been seen since the Clone Wars movie. But now he's all grown up and gonna go rescue him to bring back to the twins that are on Nal Hutta. And then they're gonna give him the information about the Imperial that he needs, whatever. So I just want to say, Rada the Hutt is... I've seen some people really be like, oh, terrible character, ruins it, whatever, the worst Star Wars character ever created. What are you guys talking about? I loved Rada the Hutt in this. I came out, I was going in kind of Rada the Hutt's going to be in this, that's going to be so funny, but in an ironic kind of way almost. But no, I really liked Rada the Hutt. I liked his character. I liked his character arc. I will admit, having him speak basic, aka English, the entire time, just about, was a little odd. And it was also odd that he just kind of had a dude's voice. No offense to the dude that was voice acting him, but it was just his father's I'm Jabba the Hutt. And then, hey guys, I'm Rada. I'm gonna be here. It's a little weird. I'm not gonna lie, but whatever. I got used to it. I didn't care. I liked the way he was written, and it was really cool seeing a Hutt do stuff we've never seen before. But the whole thing is I gotta rescue him. But after rescuing him, Rada's you do know that they're gonna kill me, right? And also, that guy over there, that is literally the guy you're going for. They weren't going to tell you because they're playing you. So he gets the guy, and then now the Hutts are going after him. The Hutts actually take Din and Din Djarin. They take Din, and it's actually up to Grogu to save him. And it's a really sweet moment, full circle kind of moment, I guess, kind of, and it's, I'm just kind of bursting through it, because here's the thing, it's not that, the plot itself, not that deep. Not that deep at all. Yeah, Grogu ends up saving Din, and then Din ends up and Grogu ends up saving Rada, stopping the Hutt cartel, and at the end, Rada joins the New Republic. Oh, that's cool. Joins the New Republic military or whatever. Yeah, you know, Din and Grogu go off. There's again, that's it. That's the story. There's not much there story wise, and like that's the point. Like, I'm not trying to be an idiot here, but like it's meant to be a fun summer blockbuster type movie. Like it's a popcorn flick. Like you're sitting down, you're watching the adventures of a character you love in a world you love, and then you move on with your day. It's in a way, it's kind of going back to like the classic inspiration for Star Wars of the old serials where things did not really change or grow that much. Like it wasn't like you weren't going in for the deep plots. You were going in to see like Flash Gordon take on the whatever enemies were going at him, or Buck Rogers or whoever. Like that was kind of the point. That was it. That was all. I don't want to say that was all you needed, but it was like that was what it was. And George Lucas, like when he did the original Star Wars, let's be real, honestly, that's what he was tapping into. That's why A New Hope is still my favorite Star Wars movie. It's fun. It is the purest sense of fun for me. But it also is incredibly important to the overall lore and giant story epic that George Lucas then crafted afterwards. And don't get me wrong. That is, again, I love Star Wars. I love Star Wars. I love George Lucas's story of the fall of Anakin Skywalker and then his eventual redemption thanks to his son. It is a beautiful story. It is my favorite story. It is amazing. But at the same time, that's not what this is trying to be. It's not what it was advertised as. It's just a simple, fun story. And you know what? I feel the same way about Solo, honestly. I think Solo is a lot of fun. It's not important in the slightest, pretty much. I guess technically it does give you some backstory for Han, but it was unnecessary backstory. And frankly, I do think that his backstory in the old EU was better, but that's beyond the point. The point is I still love the movie Solo because it's fun. It's nothing major. It's nothing important. It's fun. I don't know if I've said this on here before, but when I got into Star Wars thanks to Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. I got it on VHS at a garage sale. This was when Episode 2 had already come out. Episode 3 was still a couple years off. And so I started with just Episode 1. I knew nothing about Star Wars. I put it in. I did not understand a single dang thing that the backstory stuff was talking about. The opening crawl is talking about, like, trade routes and trade federations and the Senate. And I was, like, 10. I didn't understand any of that. And I didn't care. Because as soon as I see the lightsabers pop up, the droids, and the spaceships, and the epic music, and I'm like, you know what? I don't know what's going on, but I love it. I love it. It's fun. This is so much fun. And I used to pretend when eventually I got I used to watch that tape on repeat all the time. I got a toy lightsaber from the store, and like anytime Obi-Wan Kenobi would pull out his lightsaber, I'd pull out my lightsaber and pretend I was fighting too, because that's what it is. It's fun. It's something for kids to be like, oh wow, that was so cool, and and yes, nowadays I understand Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, and greatly respect it. And also criticize it for other reasons. Well, that's a whole other thing. But to me, though, that aspect of fun is the key fundamental factor to Star Wars. And that's here. That is in The Mandalorian and Grogu. And I'm not going to lie, there's not much else but that. And I think that is a legitimate flaw. And I think that is something that people can legitimately criticize. Totally fair. Again, I'm not scared to be like, oh, this is the best movie ever made and everybody else is just mean. No, this is not the best movie ever made because it's not trying to be. It's a fun movie that isn't really trying to do anything too substantial. Not trying to do anything substantial, really. Just a fun movie. And I understand that for some people, that's not what they want in a movie. It's just weird how negative I see people be about this. Like, it can't just be, well, I didn't really just want to watch a movie just because it's fun. No, it has to be a legitimately bad, flawed, evil movie. It has to be proof once again that Disney doesn't understand Star Wars, or, you know, the death of Star Wars in cinema, or whatever. And I just, guys, it's just a fun movie about a Mandalorian and his son going on an adventure together. That's all it was trying to be. That's all it was, very poorly marketed as. And that's really all it should be judged as. Like, it's not going to be Revenge of the Sith. It's not trying to be. I feel bad right now because I feel like I've been overly negative this entire time. Not towards the movie, but towards the fandom. And I don't want to be. And that's kind of the other problem of why I took so long to come back and do any of these videos about The Mandalorian and Grogu. Because I don't want to be negative towards other people. And yet, that's what I am right now because I just don't get it. I don't understand. And it's not that I don't understand why you didn't like it. Whatever, I can get why people wouldn't like this. And if you hated it, hey, that's fair. I just don't understand the hatred that's coming from it. Like, it can't just be, I didn't like this movie. It has to be, this movie is awful. This movie's bad. I hate this movie. And it depresses me. It honestly depresses me. This is going to be the weirdest video I put out probably ever. I'm sure I'm going to get some people that are just going to be like stumbling in on this. And then they're just going to be like, well, you complained the whole time, but you didn't defend it. And yet, I'm like, I did defend it. Because I defended it by explaining what it was. And if you didn't like it, that's fine. If you don't like what it was, that's fine. That is totally fine. I respect that. But at the same time, maybe just step back and think about the fact that some people just want to have a little bit of escapism fun. And that for some kids, like my nephew, just being fun is more than enough for a Star Wars movie. Because he had a brilliant time. And I would never take that out. Yeah, I would never take that away from him. Even if I didn't like this movie. Alright, I got quieter there. That's going to mess up everything as I edit this. Which, I'll be honest, I don't think I'm editing it tonight. I'm going to edit tomorrow. Not that there's much editing. I don't know why I act like it's so hard to edit. I basically just put together... basically just add the opening and ending song. But, The Mandalorian and Grogu is not doing well in theaters. And, I would recommend... If you haven't seen it yet, give it a shot. It's fun. Apparently there's some director's commentary they're thinking about putting out there, or they are putting out. I don't know. I saw that a thing that popped up, and I don't know if it was true. Regardless, it's going to probably be very soon where it's going to be released on digital and Blu-ray and all that, Disney Plus. Give it a shot then. And I really hope that this isn't... I hope Disney is going to learn the right lessons from this and be like, well, maybe we should actually market our dang movies. at the very least, we do know Starfighter is coming out next year. And I do feel confident that more people are going to like Starfighter. And I think Disney will probably market Starfighter a little bit more as well. It's a little... It's sad that this is probably the end for The Mandalorian. I mean, don't be wrong. 3 seasons in a movie, that's not too bad. It's just a little sad that it's going to end on a whimper in terms of audience appreciation, apparently. But whatever, I'm getting back. I'm trying not to get back into the negatives. Anyways, that's pretty much it that I want to say about The Mandalorian and Grogu. Again, I think I've gone in circles about everything. It's a terrible episode. Nobody should listen to this. But you know what that means? I've done it. I've gotten past this 6-month block of just me being like, I don't want to. I don't want to talk about it because it's depressing. Whatever. I got past it, which means hopefully that means we'll get some more videos, more podcast episodes here up sooner rather than later. Also, I am hoping to do some more streaming. I meant to throughout this year. I just haven't. I'm also on my main channel. I've been working on streaming Kingdom Hearts, which I've been taking a break for the last couple weeks just due to other aspects of my life. So hopefully I'm hoping to stream more here too. I would love to do a full KOTOR stream. I'm not sure if I will this year. I might wait till next year or something. But I really would love to do a full KOTOR stream. But I don't know when. I will say this. When when Zero Company and Galactic Racer come out, there's a very good chance I'll stream them here, at the very least. And if you're curious about what else I have planned for this summer, I will, you know what? For anybody who lasted this long, I'll tell you. Okay? Now, something might change, but apparently my sister, who's never watched Star Wars, always wrote it off as something that she didn't care about, she said that she will watch the original 6 movies with me and talk about them on the podcast. So what I'm planning is as soon as she gets back from her vacation is start planning days where she'll come over on my days off. We'll watch, start with episode 1, of course, because that's what we do on this podcast. And then do a podcast episode afterwards, giving her thoughts. So you're gonna get some interesting content, probably. Either that or just my sister complaining about robots being stupid for an hour. Who knows? But yeah, you have that to look forward to. And there's other things I am working on, sort of. Still hoping to get my brother in one of these days, but we'll see what happens. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it. Thanks for listening, and may the Force be with you.